Well, today we've got a little bit of a treat for you guys. This is a 2015 Alpina B6. It makes 540 horsepower and has 540 pound-feet of torque. It's all-wheel drive, and I believe they only made a little over 300 of them. It's a pretty rare car, and Alpina always does a really nice job massaging a little bit more power and performance out of BMW's vehicles. This is based on a 650 Gran Coupe. There was also an M6 at the time, but this is just a little bit more luxurious. It's all-wheel drive. The M6 was only available in rear-wheel drive. I also really like the looks of this car. You have these classic Alpina wheels. The valve stem is actually inside and behind the center cap. So what you do, you pull this center cap out. There's a little key, you unlock it, and then everything is accessed within there. You do have to keep it nice and clean. You also have this lower Alpina front lip. And of course, Alpina always puts this aerodynamic rear spoiler on just to give you a little bit extra top speed stability. The owner of this car has lent me this very graciously today to drive. It's going up on Cars and Bids here very soon. So if you're interested in buying this, you can. Recently, we drove a brand new Alpina B7, and I was really impressed with the build quality, the interior fit and finishes, the performance from the engine. I'm very curious to see how this drives from 2015 and how well it's held up. The owner's put about 25,000 miles on this in the last year. He drives quite a bit. It's been an incredibly comfortable and fun to drive long distance cruiser. We have Alpina's typical shift buttons behind the steering wheel back here. They're buttons instead of actual paddles, which I've always thought is kind of cool. Their unique wood treatment in here, which is absolutely beautiful. As many of you know, Alpina has their own factory in Germany where they get their vehicles in from BMW. They put all of their finishing touches, their engines, hand build a lot of the car, all the upholstering, all the custom interior bits. It's all done by hand in Alpina's factory. Brand new, this is about $130,000, and the owner bought this for $55,000, which after a couple years since brand new is a pretty good deal. All-wheel drive, can't beat it. This is a little bit sportier than the B7 that we drove recently. I can immediately feel that there's a bit more stiffness to the suspension. There he is driving my GX. Very curious to see what the power band feels like. In 2016, the year after this B6 was made, they upped the horsepower to around 600. So that was actually more powerful than the M6 at the time, which was making around 560 horsepower. The ride quality is excellent. I have nice visibility. I've always been a really big fan of these 6 Series Gran Coupes. I feel like they were some of the nicest vehicles BMW was making at the time in terms of build quality, interior materials, and overall driving enjoyment. The poise and the handling of this Alpina is awesome. And it's fast. This thing hustles. It's just a wave of torque. It definitely builds progressively through the power band. The paddle, the shifter buttons behind the steering wheel are kind of a unique experience. This thing is fast. It's very subtle. It doesn't make a lot of noise, but you can tell that there's just a little bit more of an exhaust note here than the standard 6 Series. Brake pedal feels strong. The steering is nice. Everything's weighted very well. You gotta love BMWs from this era. As I'm downshifting on the overrun, you get just little subtle pops from the exhaust. You can definitely feel the long wheelbase nature. Yeah, this thing is fun. It's quick too. And you put it back into comfort mode, the dampers soften up, the shifts become a lot smoother, and you've got a very comfortable Gran Tourer. I've always really liked the breadth of performance and the range that you can get from Alpina's products. Put it back into Sport Plus mode here. Just awesome. The big selling point between this Alpina B6 Gran Coupe and the M6 at the time is, of course, the M6 was rear-wheel drive only, and this B6 is all-wheel drive. In Michigan in the winters, with the Michelin Pilot Sport all-season tires that this is on, this is going to be pretty unstoppable in the snow. This 8-speed transmission is super smooth, even at 51,000 miles. Everything in this car feels great. I'm sure there are still some good old BMW electronic gremlins. The driver's side door no longer has a functioning soft close feature. But everything else in this car seems pretty solid. The suspension feels great, the brakes are nice and smooth, there's no shakes or vibrations. It feels very, very solid. There's just a wave of torque, and the power builds so nicely. It almost feels like it gets quicker the faster you go. Alpina does such a great job of re-engineering the powertrains and the products that they develop. If you're willing to put up with just a little bit more of that BMW maintenance from this era, I think this could be a really enjoyable car to own. This is just a fantastic car to drive. It's definitely at home in higher speed situations. I mean, this thing was built for the Autobahn. You can't argue with that. The faster you go, the more it pulls, and it seems like it just never stops. The power in this feels endless. I've always thought that some of my favorite BMWs are actually Alpinas, and that's probably the case here with this B6. This is a fantastic cruiser. It's an amazing performance car. It's comfortable, it's quick, it kind of does it all. I'm not sure it'd be the best option for a track day vehicle. The brakes feel like they could use just a little bit more of an upgrade, especially with how much power this has, but they do bring it down from a stop quite well. Yeah, this thing is fun. I've enjoyed this drive. Alright guys, well that's going to sum up the Alpina B6. Pretty cool getting a chance to drive one of these today. I know the owner was very excited to have me drive it and share this with you guys. If you're interested in this on Cars and Biz, check it out. It's going up on Tuesday this week. And probably won't get too many more opportunities to drive a car like this. These are pretty rare. And they did bring quite a few of them to the United States, but really you don't see these ever. All right, guys, that'll be it for this one. Thanks again for watching. We'll see you in the next video. Let me know if you have any questions. The owner also has his own YouTube channel. I'll put a link to that in the description. He's got some more in-depth videos on what it's been like to own and drive this car on a daily basis. Be sure to check those out. He's actually doing a pretty good job for only having a few videos up on his channel. Until next time, we'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.